Hello everyone, this is Robin Dudley House, the Artsy Bohemian, coming to you from my studio in Los Angeles, California. I am going to show you a new junk journal that I made for the design team for Graphics Fairy using lots of their premium membership site graphics. And the list will be available of what I used on their site, and I'll try to remember while I go along with this, but everything's listed, like I said, on their site. So there's a couple of different parts to it. It's pretty chunky, it's big, has a wide binding on it, and I did some sewing, kind of like quilt type sewing for the cover. And then there's this envelope that I made that I absolutely have fallen in love with, and this comes with it. I intended for it to go inside, but it was too big, even though I thought I made the binding pretty big. So I'll show you what that looks like. So this comes apart like this. This is a vintage silk flower, and some organza holds it together, and it opens up, and all of the trims I used are very old, old laces and old trims, and I just sewed this piece together, and then sewed it onto this upholstery fabric, which kind of has a pile on it, and then sewed all the edges. So it opens up like this. And so there is a journal. This is the journal, and then the journal opens out to this side, and there's a box, 2 boxes. Actually, there's 3 boxes. So it's kind of interactive. It's more challenging and fun for me to do stuff like this as opposed to just making junk journals all the time. I like to incorporate junk journals into fun, kind of interactive things. So I'll go over the journal part, and this is going to be for sale, by the way. I believe somebody wanted to buy it. I'm not sure, but I will list it in my Etsy store. I put some vintage postcards in here. I have like some little beads on them. This one has writing on it, and it's from, I don't know if this one has anything on it. It's pretty old though. Yeah, it's not, the date's not on there. And this one has never been used, which is really cool, and it's original. So they slide in this little belly band right here. And so it opens up like this. This is a glassine bag that has some goodies inside of it. Image from the Graphics Fairy. They have some pretty new pastel images for Christmas, if you're interested in doing that. And this was kind of supposed to be Christmas, but I kind of mixed it, so you can use it for Christmas if you want, because I do put I have Christmas tags in here. And this is one of my favorite images from the Graphics Fairy bundle. It's for the Jane Austen embroidery bundle, and I fussy cut it out, and it's kind of used as a little pocket here. Some vintage trim, some of the marble paper from the Graphics Fairy, and then I made these kind of a double pocket here. So there's 2 pockets, and then here's one of the tags from the pastel Christmas collection, and a coffee dyed index card, and then I made a little booklet here that opens up. I think there's just like 4 pages on that one. So I made these little pockets here, so you can add these to it. And then another little book. I love making little books. In my journal class online that I have, we go over how to make lots of little books. So this is all coffee dyed paper, also Graphics Fairy, a cute little angel. And then this is just it's not really a journaling card, but it's like a little saying. You can add this to the journal if you want to. And some coffee dyed paper bag with another journaling card in there. some old ledger paper with the numbers on it. A lot of the pages are blank because it started getting so full that I couldn't add anymore. So this has goodies in it. You can write on that. Some pretty paper here. Tabs from the Graphics Fairy. I did a little collage down here. This is a time card that I've coffee dyed. Doily. This is also from the Graphics Fairy. I love the Marie Antoinette digital collages. It comes as a pocket already, and all you do is cut it out. And this is something I made a few tutorials back, so if you want to learn how to make this, I'll try to remember to put the link, but you could put anything in there. I just kind of wanted to show you that there's 2 pockets in here. I initially made it for a pencil holder, so you can actually tie this on to the journal if you want to, maybe on the back. But it just slides in here. Just thought it looked pretty with this. Got to do stuff, you know, make these things, and can't just let them sit around. Got to use them. So this is some vintage paper from Tibet, some more vintage ledger paper, and this is one of those fun envelopes. I took a junk mail envelope and then I collaged it, rubber stamped it, put a snippet. This is some of the washi tape that you can get from the Graphics Fairy Design premium membership site too. And there's some just some little goodies in here to play with. And I also did a little bit on the other side, some more collage. And a little flip out to write in. Here's the other part of the time card. Rubber stamped on it, and then I added a little collage of the Tim Holtz botanicals. And there's actually, you can slip something in there too. This is a really old original envelope from 1940. It's one of those really cool first day of issue. I just thought it was a pretty image, and because of the green type written, so cool. I want to get a typewriter. I think I'll ask that for Christmas. By the way, I'm having a Cyber Monday sale on my online school. Everything's 50% off, but it ends on midnight Pacific Standard Time on December 3rd, which is going to be today. So this is another lasting envelope with one of the cute images from the Graphics Fairy. More writing space. Like I said, there is a lot of places to write. This is just a little envelope. Another baggie with a cute journaling card in there. I got on this kick where I was gluing images down to glassine bags. These are also from the Graphics Fairy, and I just lined them with some Tibetan mulberry paper, so you can write on those. This is really pretty. A friend of mine had given me this beautiful vintage French Christmas card, and I copied it. It's really pretty. This is also from the Graphics Fairy, from one of their Christmas collections. It's a little cute envelope. Opens up there. And this is the double pocket here. This is from the Jane Austen embroidery collection. All this stuff goes in here. And more of that pretty marbled paper and that blue. I love that blue. I'm not a really big blue person, but I love that blue. I kind of, it reminds me of a color called cornflower blue. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but, and then a glassine bag with a journaling card that I stamped on. And then I thought, it's kind of annoying because this kind of flaps over. So I'm going to be giving you a one of my hand-painted rose paper clips, and then you can just clip this so it stays out of the way. Okay, so now we're moving on to the boxes. This is just a box that looked like this. I did a tutorial showing you how to make this box here, I think on the last week. So I just took a box, which is exactly this one right here, and I covered it with music paper. And I collaged on it, It opens up. There's a pencil or pen that holds right here because there's enough room on the side. And then there's some cute goodies in here. This have been gessoed and collaged. So there's some very old lace with some cool old button. Some beautiful old mother of pearl buttons. I don't know if you can see these. So this is going to come with the journal, and then some more lace. This is all old. I used to hoard it, but I have so much now that what am I going to do with it? I love it. I love using it. And I'm sure there's some of you out there that love using it too. And it's hard to find. I've just been lucky and I collect it whenever I get it or see it. These are some vintage thimbles. They're super cool. I like the way the colors look. So they look like a cute little vase, right? And this is just some paper flowers. And this is something I've been keeping for a while. It's a collectible chocolate box. And I thought it looked pretty, and it actually fits right in there. So this also has some vintage stuff in it. And these are from the Graphics Fairy. They have printables for tins. This particular printable was a little small, so I just added some music paper on the back. So that fits right in there. And then inside you'll get some vintage Christmassy looking yo-yos. These are old. These are from the 30s. And these vintage ballerinas. If you want any more yo-yos, let me know. I bought a humongous quilt at a flea market that was all made out of yo-yos. And I bought it because I thought, oh, I'll just sell them into, in packs, and they're kind of a lot of work to come undone. But if you want any, let me know, and I'll put some in my Etsy store. So that closes up there, and then I closed it on the side. I make the bow on the side because it's just too bulky. It's really bulky with the journal. And then this is the Altoid tin that I did a tutorial on, and I put Velcro on there so it comes undone. Or you can leave it on there and just open it like this. So this is also Graphics Fairy. I just put a lot of glitter on the Jane image here. This is from the Yellow Ephemera bundle. And then these are these really cool, these are also from the Jane Austen embroidery bundle. And I just cut them out with the circle punch and put them on these metal tags. This is a very old, I don't even know what it is. It's like a little medallion that somebody crocheted. And it's the most tiniest crochet. I can't believe people did this. Just blows me away. This is some wool that I have felted, and there's a couple pins in there, and then there's just some more paper on the bottom. So this is a really fun, I would love something like this. I love things that come apart and are multifunctional, so I hope you like this. It was really fun. This is all old, and then while I was watching TV one night, I just did a lot of hand embroidery on here. And these are all French, what are they called? French knots. And this goes like this and closes. And when it closes, you're going to wrap it around and then just wrap it around this button here. And this is organza, so it kind of holds itself in place. And so then the next thing that comes with this is this. This is some of that old organza too. And this is from the Graphics Fairy, this beautiful paper. And I love it. And I just distressed it. If you want me to do a tutorial on this, I will. Just let me know in the comments below. There's one of those cool tags. This is a snippet roll I made. When I make snippet rolls, I like to make them with lots of vintage vintage trims and laces that are see-through, and so that when I put some opaque things like this vintage doily and this here, and then, well, these aren't really, there's some vintage, the same fabric that I used for the journal. It is what I sewed on as the base. I kind of like things to show through, and because these are so old and I love them, there's some old tatting here, I like them to be seen, so I put those on top. And this is old too. So this is the cute little thing I made a couple of tutorials ago, but it's it's a larger format. It's bigger, and it's made with these really pretty craft colored envelopes. If you live by a Daiso, they have these. I think they still have them. You can buy them in a pack of 20 or something like that. Oops, I just spent this. And so all I did was dry brushed some gesso on them, rubber stamped a little bit, and then distressed them with some brown ink, and I glued some lace on here. And so then I add lace on all the edges as well, and it opens up like this. And here's that really pretty kind of bluish green color on the back. And I added really cute, a mixture of vintage and new. These are from the Graphics Fairy too, from one of their collections, or Christmas collections. These are really old, from 1929. They're Award of Merit cards, and they are handwritten. This one's from 1930, and the other one's from 1929. They have a image of a piece of art on here, and this one is Dance of the Nymphs by Jean Baptiste. And so, yeah, there's more goodies in here. You can just keep adding. This is also from the Graphics Fairy. And this is the other old Award of Merit. And this one's from 1929. It's called Spring. Put one of those, a couple of those Target, you know, from the summertime. People were buying these seed envelopes. And another, oh, here's a vintage receipt. And here's some little cute little tags from the Graphics Fairy, also kind of Christmassy. And I put some pretty pink bows on them. These back here, and then this is the last one. Also, all of this is from the Graphics Fairy. So isn't that fun? I love the way it came out, and I hope you do too. And like I said, this will be for sale, and all of everything that I used is on the Graphics Fairy site, and I'll leave a link below. And it's a great site if you want to become a member. It's only $9.95 a month, and they have a bazillion graphics and bundles and digital collage downloads and tutorials. It's well worth it, especially if you work and, you know, do paper arts. Okay, I hope I didn't forget anything. It's super late here. I kind of work late, so I'm kind of tired. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure to check out my Cyber Monday sale. See you later.